What's up, guys? It is Preach, as always, back with another Call of Duty video for you guys today. And honestly, this video is probably going to be a little bit different than what I normally post because I don't really have a guide for you. I don't have settings. This isn't a highlights video. I don't have a weapon breakdown. I don't have some big revelation about the game. Instead, I have a question. And that is, have I lost my edge? Now, before anybody jumps into the comments and says, you're just getting older, hear me out. This isn't me comparing myself to who I was 5 years ago. This isn't me comparing myself to some 18-year-old kid that plays for 8 hours a day. This is me comparing myself to me, the version of me from the beginning of Black Ops 7, the very game that we are in. Because if you've been watching the channel, you know how much fun I was having when BO7 first came out. I was hitting clips consistently, not every game, but often enough that I was expecting one regularly. I was top fragging the majority of my matches. I felt like I knew where people were going to be before they ever even got there. Everything just felt natural. The awareness was there, the confidence was there, the timing was there, and now I honestly don't know what happened. The weird thing is I don't feel like I've completely forgotten how to play. Like if I pick up an AR or an SMG, my aim still feels okay. I'm still winning gunfights. I'm still having decent games. But for some reason, when I pick up a sniper rifle, it's like I'm playing a different game. Shots I used to hit without thinking about it are misses now. Flicks that used to just feel automatic, I feel like I'm forcing myself. I'm over-flicking, under-flicking, reacting late. Sometimes I predict the peak correctly and still feel like I lost the fight and lost the timing somehow. And what makes it even more frustrating is that I can't point to one specific thing and say, that's the problem. If I knew what the problem was, I'd fix it. But I don't, and I think that's what's bothering me the most because as competitive people, we're wired to solve problems. If my sensitivity is wrong, I can adjust it. If my positioning is bad, I can work on it. If my centering is off, I can practice that. But what do you do when you don't know what's wrong? Lately, I've been feeling like I don't know where people are on the map. And if you've been a sniper long enough, you know that that's a huge problem. Most people think sniping is about aim, and aim matters, but awareness matters more. And you can say that for every gun, but it's especially important for snipers because you have one chance. It's not best to just constantly be reacting. You need to predict and know where you're going to be taking shots. And the best snipers do this. They know where you're about to come from. They know which lane is dangerous. They know which angle needs to be checked. And lately, I feel like I've lost some of that. And that was a strong suit of my game before. I'm getting caught from angles I wasn't expecting. I'm taking bullets before I can react. I'm finding myself surprised more often than I used to be. And maybe that's the biggest difference because when you're surprised, everything you do feels late. Your shot's late, your reaction's late, your movement's late, your decision-making is late. And then doubt starts creeping in. And you start wondering, have I lost it? You start wondering if I'm not as good anymore. You start wondering if the best days are in the past. Lord help me. And that's where I've been lately. I actually took a week away from the game recently, and it was a work trip. And I thought maybe I was burned out. I thought, maybe this work trip break, I can come back and feel refreshed. And I didn't. I felt disconnected. And that's kind of what led me to making this video, because for the first time in a long time, I genuinely asked myself if I should just quit. Not because I'm mad, not because I hate the game, not because I think Call of Duty is terrible, but because I'm too competitive and I don't know how to play halfway. I don't know how to be casual instead of compete. I've never been wired that way. If I'm doing something, I want to be good at it. I want to improve. I want to win. I want to be the best version of myself that I can be. And when that starts slipping away, it's hard for me to just shrug it off and say, at least I'm having fun. Because the pursuit of getting better has always been a huge part of the fun for me. So now I'm sitting here asking myself a question. Have I actually lost my edge, or have I just lost confidence? Because those are two very different things. One means the ability is gone. The other means the ability is still there, but I'm too busy questioning myself to actually access my abilities. And honestly, I don't know the answer. I really don't. What I do know is this. Every competitive player eventually faces this moment, Maybe not in Call of Duty, maybe it's sports, maybe it's your work, maybe it's something else, but eventually you look in the mirror and you wonder if you're still the player, still the guy that you used to be. And the scary part isn't losing. The scary part for me is not knowing why I'm losing. And that's where I'm at. I don't know if I need to practice differently. I don't know if I need a longer break. I don't know if I need to stop overthinking everything. I don't know if my edge is gone, but I do know that I'm not ready to pretend that everything is fine when clearly it's not. So I wanted to be honest with you guys. Maybe some of you have been through this. Maybe some of you are going through it right now. And if you are, let me know in the comments. If you ever felt like you lost your edge, and if you got it back, how did you do it? Tell me. Because right now, that's the question I'm trying to answer. Not whether I can still hit clips, not whether I can still top frag, but whether the player that I was is still in there somewhere. And honestly, I really hope that he is. And I have a few ideas. I am going to do another video later this week breaking down my own gameplay. We're just going to go through a match in the Black Ops Classic playlist that was an okay game. Had a lot of what I would consider bad deaths, but had some good moments. I think it was a win, a hard-fought win on Vertigo. We're going to go through that match, and I'm going to try to break down my own gameplay and talk to you guys about it as we go through that, because I think, I'm hoping at least, that I can learn what I'm doing wrong by watching myself play back. And most of the time, when you're watching yourself, when you make content like I make, you're watching the good moments. You're watching the highlights because you clipped them and you're putting it together for a video. You're not usually watching yourself in the moments where you did not perform well. So that is going to be one of my goals, to watch back and see if there's something I can put my finger on. Hey, I'm out of position here. I need to pay more attention to this. Oh, wow, these guys are obvious on the mini-map watching this back, but I didn't notice it in real time. I've got to be more aware. Things like that. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. But I want to go back and make sure that what is happening is, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, like was it just bad aim? Was it panic? Was it bad awareness? Was it just genuinely getting outplayed because the other guy did a really good job in that fight? You know, all of those things can be the reason, but I want to break it down and figure out why I've been struggling in Call of Duty, and maybe it will help you if you're struggling in Call of Duty. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new here and turn those bell notifications on if you want to know every time I post a new video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Preach out.